What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to a brand new video on this channel. Currently, your boy is rank number 1 in the world. I figured I had to record a video when I'm over here because this doesn't really happen very often. Anyways, let's get straight into this. I'm going to show you guys all the attacks I did recently and how we are just running over my opponents with baby dragons. Alright guys, so let's start off with this attack that I just did against Slayer over here. So I'm opting to play 1-5, 1 cannon cart, 5 baby dragons, just simply because it is a safe and reliable strategy when I have no idea what his traps are. Cannon cart is going over here just to remove a few buildings. The reason it's going over here is so that I can get direct access to the Expo and air bombs, because like once these two buildings are removed, I can baby dragon the archer tower, baby dragon the clock, and we can immediately reach these two really important defenses. Copter over here just because I know I can outrange the Expo and I'm going to be able to charge up to level 3 without like basically taking any damage at all. So we're going to wait until the Expo locks onto the Copter before I place the first baby dragon. Should be any second now. Now unfortunately we find a little bit of a bait with a Tesla and some air bombs, so I need to be paying attention over here because things can go wrong really quickly if I'm not careful. So I'm going to put all these baby dragons in sort of like at the same time. This is how to play baby dragons. You want to put everything in at the same time to just wipe out compartments of the base just like that. And with the initial 3 baby dragons, we take out literally half of the base. The only thing remaining is the Mega Tesla, and unfortunately, 2 really annoying Teslas. This one ends up killing my Copter because I abilitied right into it. Didn't know it was there. That was a little bit of a mistake, but doesn't matter, no, because we have a bunch of troops alive. We have a baby dragon I didn't even use, so that's pretty cool. And by the way, sorry that I don't have any live attacks like in this video. It's kind of difficult to concentrate and focus on my attacks while I'm commentating. I definitely play better when I'm just on my own, so that is why I'm showing you guys replays in this video. Hopefully that is all cool. Now, in Stage 2, I forgot I didn't have the Copter, so I accidentally bought the battle machine with baby dragons. I still made it work, but I meant to bring the Copter here, otherwise I would have not played baby dragon Stage 2. Either way, we figure out a way to make it work. The cannon carts do a lot by themselves here. They take out the guard post, the zappies, 2 firecrackers. That's all I really need from them. That's plenty of value. So basically what I do with the battle machine is I'm realizing I've got the wrong hero, so I kind of improvise, use the battle machine as I would with the battle copter. And he's basically just going to go on here, beat on this wall, take down a firecracker, and then these last 2 baby drags can finish off these firecrackers over here, and they'll take out the multi-mortar. So nothing too complicated. I'll speed it up for you guys because we just get battle machine to level 3, then 2 baby dragon, the multi-mortar compartment, and the whole base is gone. So yeah, you can always improvise even if you bring the wrong hero on accident. It's not a big deal. But let's take a look at this next attack that I did. It was also against Slayer, but I had to be a little bit more careful this time. Okay guys, next up is Slayer again, no surprise. So I thought about this, and I'm realizing I didn't even use one of my baby dragons last time, so we may as well just bring a camp of archers and do a really similar approach, but just guarantee that the cannon cart will survive because we have archers. So I just bring an archer to test for traps, and also find the Teslas. I do remember he had a Tesla right over here last time, so I tried to use an archer to take out that Tesla. Unfortunately, my archer was a little bit slow over there. So we have to use another archer to take down the Tesla. Not great, but not the end of the world. Now, this was a little bit of a mistake by me. I put my Copter in the exact same spot, and you should just never do this because it's very likely to get baited. Like, especially when you're going for rank 1 in the world, they're going to bait you. So this was a little bit of a mistake by me. I put my Copter in the same spot, my Copter gets baited, and we unfortunately don't get to level 3 ability, but it's okay because I managed to keep all the damage off of my Copter and wipe out the Expo really quickly. Now this quick reaction timing is what saved this attack, because I was able to keep the Copter alive, then the Copter removes the lava launcher, and the cannon cart can then finish off the rest of the base. If the Copter would have died there, I would have failed this attack 100%, because I wouldn't have been able to like take out the lava launcher, cannon cart wouldn't have been able to finish out the base. So always prioritize keeping your Copter alive. Do whatever it takes to keep your Copter alive, at least through the majority of the attack, until you know you have enough left to finish off the base. And I have an archer, of course, to take out this last corner building. So this was definitely a little bit of a mistake by me, putting the Copter in the same spot, but it still worked because it is just such a fantastic spot to put the Copter, where you'll be like taking no damage and still charge up to pretty much level 3 ability. Unfortunately, we find a little trap there, so I have to use the archer in the corner. No big deal. Now, Stage 2 is going to be a little bit harder, but still we'll be fine because we have test troops, we have 2 cannon carts, we can take down any Stage 2 with what we have left. Now, I want to point this out because this Stage 2 has a really big, like, I don't know if I would really call it a weakness, but there's definitely a flaw in it. So what I choose to do is use the battle machine to tank the multi-mortar, and then have 2 cannon carts finish off the multi-mortar. Now, I was so confident in this strategy, because if you take a look right over here in between these 2 elixir collectors, there's no way that my cannon carts could possibly find a push trap, because there's only a 1x1 hole in between these 2 buildings. The worst that could be there is a spring trap. There's no room for a push trap. Like, yes, there is a 2x2 hole, like, right next to it, but my cannon carts are never going to cross over that 2x2 hole, like right over there. They're only going to go over the 1x1 hole, so therefore I don't even need to test for traps. He has no Tesla. I know this because he has the guard post in stage 2. So this was just huge for me. I saw a massive opportunity where I don't need to test for traps, and the reason this is so important is because I can then keep all my test troops, and we just have so many more troops to guarantee that this won't be a fail. Like, if you take a look at this, the cannon carts are never going to cross over the 2x2. They're only going to go over the 1x1 hole, and there's no way we could possibly find a push trap. So this is like a guaranteed 6-star at this point. We have plenty of troops for the corner buildings. Like, you guys will see, I'll speed it up a little bit, but they'll never ever go over the 2x2 hole. They'll only go over that little 1-tile gap. At this point, it's just a waiting game, waiting for the cannon carts to take down these cannons, and then we can just wipe out the corners, and it will be over. But I really want you guys to see, they never go over the 2x2 hole, so we didn't need to test for traps. If there was a 2x2 hole, I obviously would have had to test for traps, or there would have been a massive risk that we lose a cannon cart and fail the attack. But yeah, just put troops in the corners, barbarians up in front to tank for the cannon carts, and we take out his base yet again. So you can do similar approaches on bases, but never do the exact same thing, or you obviously will get baited and will fail the attack. Oftentimes I'm doing very similar approaches, just like changing a few small things to make the attack slightly different and less predictable. Next up is Slayer. Again, no surprise, but this time he has changed his base. I guess he figured I'm just not going to fail at the previous base, and I have no idea what his traps are, and I do really like to play 1-5 when I have absolutely no idea what the traps are. So we're playing 1 cannon cart, 5 baby dragon again, just trying to put my cannon cart in a spot where there's no possibility for a push trap, and even if there was a Tesla here, I'd be able to react in time with a baby dragon. Copter at the top. Now, the reason, like, behind both of these placements, I already kind of talked about this, but the cannon cart, I want to be as safe as possible as I can with it. So putting it here is just a really bad idea, because there could be a push trap anywhere. Like, putting it here, bad idea. Push trap anywhere. Over here, it's just a bad idea. So I always try to put my cannon cart on the outside of the map. And the only thing that I could find over here would be a Tesla, and I can save myself from a Tesla, but I can't save myself from a push trap. The copter, I'm just starting it anywhere where I can charge up to level 3 ability without taking too much damage. And right over here I saw we could take down the archer tower, then be out of range of everything else for like 40 seconds. So that is exactly what I decided to do. At this point in time, I'm just thinking about where I want the baby dragon abilities to go. So obviously I want to put 1 baby dragon on the gem mine so that it goes straight to the Mega Tesla and takes out the guard post. But there's still a lot of base left. But the good news is the whole base is kind of in one compartment, which makes it really, really easy for baby dragons. So I'm thinking 1 baby dragon could go like on the clock. It'll splash all 4 of these buildings in this compartment. And then we could put another one like on the expo, maybe another one on the lava launcher. Just like combining all the abilities to damage all of these buildings over here is essentially my plan. So yeah, 1 baby dragon on the Mega Tesla, 1 from the clock over there. And the Mega Tesla is about to die, so I just copter ability to finish off the Mega Tesla. I do need another baby dragon here really fast to keep the copter alive, so I have to use the ability really, really fast. Another baby drag to tank the air bombs, just to, again, guarantee that my copter will stay alive, because the most important part of this attack is keeping the copter alive. So every single one of these baby dragons was used to either take down something that was going to kill the copter, or like it was used to tank a building that was attacking the copter. We do find air traps at the end, so I quickly copter ability. I could have, like, if I didn't copter ability here, we would have got to level 3 ability, but there's also a risk we would have lost both those baby drags. So I just level 2 ability. I would rather keep the 2 baby drags. Stage 2, we are looking at really, really good over here. And this stage 2, again, kind of has like a massive weakness for the copter this time. So the copter can come in from this corner, and it's just an amazing corner. There's not a great spot for the cannon cart. I kind of put it just like in the least obvious spot I could to still get a firecracker. But like over here, this is just such a good spot for the copter. We charge up to full ability on the elixir storage, taking 0 damage, and then we get direct access to a firecracker and the zappies. So it's just an amazing spot. It can't be baited here. It's just like, it's the perfect spot to put the copter. All I gotta do is just switch up where I put the cannon cart. I can put the copter there every time and we will be safe. Anyways, at this point in time, I'm debating where do I want the baby dragon abilities to go. So immediately I'm thinking one ability on the Crusher is going to be really good. Then we can do the little trick where we wipe out the Zappies instantly. If you guys don't know about that little trick, it is really, really important and you guys should all know how to do this. So it'll save you a lot. So basically what you do is you want to click the Copter ability first and then click the Baby Dragon ability. Like, just watch really closely right here. So I'm going to put the Baby Dragon down right about now. Like, right before the Zappies, right before the Builder Hall is about to go down, I'm going to Copter ability. Now, you may be thinking, well, dude, the building's not down. You're going to waste your copter. But this is why we Baby Dragon ability. So Baby Dragon ability is going to take down the building so that the copter ability lands directly on the Zappies. Just watch really closely right here. Boom. There. Look at that. We take down the Zappies and the Firecracker instantly. And we damage this Firecracker. Copter's at full health. Baby Dragon's full health. This was exactly how to do that little trick. It is a really, really important trick. Always try to do it if possible, because you're essentially going to save yourself. You're just going to get a perfect copter ability. You're going to get the copter as deep as possible by doing this little trick. And over here, like, at this point, it's just super easy. We got 3 baby dragons, and we have a full health copter and a full health cannon cart. So I just put them in on the firecrackers, just put them in anywhere, to be honest. And we have ourselves yet another amazing 6-star. So the next replay I'm going to show you guys is actually against somebody else, finally. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, next up is Mr. Ali. So this base is really common, really popular. I myself often use this base. I think it's very good and it punishes mistakes very well. Now, my plan for this base is I want to use some form of baby dragons because this is what I feel most comfortable with, but I don't want to be predictable. I don't want to do something that I could get baited, so I'm just trying to think of something that he's definitely not going to have trapped. And what I decided to go with was Barbarians and 2 cannon carts. And basically, my plan over here is use the Barbarians to tank the giant cannon so that I can use the cannon carts to remove the giant cannon. And then after the giant cannon's removed, we can move up the cannon carts to take down the Expo and the short archer tower. And that is like a quarter of the base taken out right there. We can then finish off the rest with just 3 baby dragons and the copter. Now, this Tesla over here is a little bit annoying because I can't full send my cannon carts. So that actually causes my cannon carts to take a little more damage than I initially wanted to. I also made a mistake and this barb didn't tank the giant cannon. But it's okay because the cannon carts survive, and that's all that matters. I don't care if they have like 1 HP or if they're full health. It doesn't matter to me. All that matters is that they survive and they take down the buildings that I want them to take down. So I start my copter up here. I'm thinking we can just take out the air bombs really fast. Then the Mega Tesla, then the Archer Towers will be really easy. So I do need to remove the Expo with the cannon carts, which is a little bit difficult, because if you take a look at the range of this lava launcher, my cannon carts are really close to it, but I know I can take it down if I just play this really well and don't screw up with the cannon carts. So I believe I start inching them forward just slightly to try to reach this Expo. Just slightly. Right about there, but now I have to put a baby dragon in because the air bombs is on my copter. But look at this, the cannon carts are now on the Expo and we are taking down the Expo. Now at this point, we just have to take down the Mega Tesla, and it's going to be super easy because if Mega Tesla and air bombs are gone, what's going to kill the baby dragons? Nothing, and yeah, it's just a piece of cake from here. We were a little low on time, so I started this Barbarian in the corner just to make sure I wouldn't time fail. And stage 2 is obviously going to be really, really easy because we have 2 cannon carts, a full health copter, and then 2 other troops as well. So there's really no way we could possibly fail stage 2 unless I was to do something just like really, really dumb. I don't actually remember what I did in stage 2. Okay, this stage 2. I'm assuming, yeah, a test for traps with the cannon cart, or with the Barbarian, excuse me. Then 2 cannon carts right there. They're going to take down this firecracker. They're going to take down the Zappies. And then later on, hopefully they'll even manage to take down this firecracker. That is the plan. Copter from the bottom. You can copter from the bottom or from the top on this base. They're both really, really good. I personally prefer the bottom. I think it gives me like a little bit of a better angle to send in the baby dragons. And this is actually really amazing right here. The cannon carts lock onto the elixir storage, which ends up damaging this firecracker, and that is just huge for me, halfway taking that down. Now, I really want a copter ability on this crusher. Now, you may be wondering, why would I want a copter ability the crusher? It is because this ability damages a firecracker, but it also keeps my copter out of range of all the other firecrackers. So it's very, very safe. This copter ability basically ensures that my copter is not going to die when I use the ability. If I would have used it like on this cannon that was right here, the copter would have been in range of the next firecrackers, so it obviously still would have worked, but it just would have been an unnecessary amount of damage on the copter for no reason. And yeah, we have another baby dragon, we have the copter, we have a bunch of stuff. So it's going to be really, really easy. Stage 2 wasn't the best, to be honest, but it works. Wasn't really like trying too hard here because I knew we would be fine. Yeah, anyways, let's take a look at the next one. So, unfortunately, guys, there is this bug in the game right now where I'm not allowed to scroll down in my battle log beyond, like, a certain point, so I can't really show you guys all the attacks that I initially wanted to, but what I did instead is I did 4 more attacks, and we're going to go over those right now real quick before I end this video. So you guys just saw the attacks against Slayer. Next up is Mohammed Reza over here, and this is actually a really, really cool strategy. Shout out to Astra, by the way. He's the one who helped me come up with this strategy. So it's basically baby dragons combined with Pekkas, which is something that's just like ridiculous and nobody's going to trap for that. But it's going to work so good on this base because, one, there's insane copter value. Like, we can copter the giant cannon, it will charge up on the elixir storage, and then from that point I can put baby dragons directly on like double cannon, archer tower, roaster, mega Tesla. We can just take down half the base, like all the stuff that's going to kill the Pekkas, and then all that's going to be left of the base is these 5 defenses right here. And Pekka spam can easily take down like a double cannon and an archer tower. But not only, like, that's not the main reason why this strategy is going to work so well. It's because of the fact I can put a giant right onto this expo. And this is huge because it takes down the expo, which obviously allows the baby dragon to get more value. But not only does it do that, it tanks the mega Tesla and all these archer towers as well. So by tanking the mega Tesla, this allows me to then put a baby dragon directly on the mega Tesla, and it's not going to take any damage. So it's just brilliant how the giant works over here. My main priority, of course, is wiping out this Mega Tesla, so I ensure to get Baby Dragon abilities and the Copter ability touching this Mega Tesla, and yeah, it's working perfectly as I envisioned. The Pekka spam just has to deal with the double cannon, and the Baby Dragons are railing through the rest of the space. I'm going to go ahead and put it in 2x speed. Was a little bit close in the end, but what matters is how many troops I have alive. We have 3 troops, so stage 2 is going to be really, really easy, to be honest. When you have like leftover Pekkas and you're playing Baby Dragon stage 2, what you want to do is use them as you would use like a cannon cart to remove a firecracker. So I saw the easiest firecracker to reach was right over here, and we also found a free Tesla, so that worked out great. And from this point, it's going to be really easy. There's just 4 firecrackers left, and I have 2 baby dragons and the copter. So this can easily take this down. I think I pointed this out earlier, but I'm not sure. I really like to copter ability the Crusher on this stage 2 because it keeps me safe, like out of range of all the other firecrackers, and it also does damage to 1 firecracker, so I think it's just a great spot. Then Baby Dragon ability wipes out the firecracker, and from here, it's a piece of cake. We just have to not let the copter take too much damage. Should be really easy though. I think I'm just waiting for like level 3 ability over here. At this point, I already know I've 6-starred, so I'm kind of just like playing it cool, waiting for the copter to charge up. Baby Dragon comes in now, another Baby Dragon, and yeah, it's a wrap. But we're going to get into the next one right now. Next replay is going to be up against Mohammed Reza again with the same base. However, we definitely cannot repeat the same approach because it can very easily be trapped. So what I decide to do is bring a cannon cart, archers, and the copter. Now, this is a very, very risky cannon cart placement. However, I was very confident that we could get away with not testing for traps here, just because it wasn't baited there last time, and my previous attack I started nowhere near over here, so I highly doubted that he would just put a cannon cart trap here when I've never put a cannon cart there before. Anyways, I'm doing like a really similar strategy to before. I'm just trying to remove the expo because I think that's a massive weakness in this base, is that the expo is so easy to reach. So last time I used the giant, this time we're using archers just to snipe out that expo. Unfortunately, my archer placements were a little bit chopped and they didn't exactly go to the expo, but you know what? It works. We all make mistakes. We still get the expo taken out. At this point, number 1 priority is keeping the copter alive and taking down this Mega Tesla, so I'm making sure that we get Mega Tesla taken out and we get a Baby Dragon in there to tank so the copter doesn't take too much damage. And it's going to be really easy from here. The cannon cart can take out the air bombs if I want, but I didn't even wait for that. I just think I put the rest of the baby dragons in, 1 on the air bombs, 1 to tank the archer tower. And this attack was just completely overkill because he had no trap for this whatsoever. This might be the most overkill attack of this video, to be honest. It worked really, really well. We've got, like, literally pretty much our whole army alive besides 1 baby drag and some test troops. Stage 2, obviously going to be really easy. I just cannon cart here. It's a really easy firecracker to reach, and same thing as before. Copter at the bottom. I'm just going to put it in 4x speed because I just showed you guys how I do this stage 2. And yeah, it's going to go down really, really easily. By the way, this approach I'm doing right over here, it technically does 2-camp this stage 2. It's the only approach I know to 2-camp this stage 2. However, you have to play perfectly, and this cannon cart has to get 2 firecrackers. So it's really, really difficult, and it still depends on the Tesla placement. But it's a very, very good approach. Completely overkill here. I think we swag 3 baby dragons. Yeah, this one was just completely overkill. Alright guys, so the last replay I'm going to show you guys in this video is going to be against SYY. I'm only going to show you guys one attack because I did the exact same approach 2 times in a row because I knew that the traps would be the same. The reason I knew the traps would be the same is because I have him added on my friends list on my little account. So what I did was after the first attack, I just went on my little account, saw if he was online, and he was not. So I knew that the traps would be the same and we could get away with doing the same thing. And I already showed you guys this approach like at the beginning of the video. I think I did it against Slayer. It's just a very, very strong approach because like I can explain exactly why it's strong. So imagine we remove all 5 of these buildings. Archer Tower, Clock, Army Camp, Elixir Storage, and whatever was over here. And we remove the Builder Hall. Then suddenly we have direct access to all of the important defenses. Mega Tesla's kind of tucked behind. But the idea is they're all in one square. You see this 3x3 square where the Expo's in the middle of the square. All the defenses we need to access are in this square. So the funneling we get from the battlecopter at this angle, plus the cannon cart over here, just gives us direct access into the square. And it's why it works really, really well on this base. It's going to be completely crushed. I'm going to just throw it in 2 times speed over here. We might lose a baby dragon or 2. Maybe not. Yeah, we do lose a baby dragon, but it's okay because we have more than enough to take down his stage 2. Copter does lose a little health here. And at this point, I was in a dilemma over here, and I played it really, really well. I want to talk you guys through this. So I really want to get the Copter to level 3 ability. However, I'm extremely low on time. There's about 20 seconds left in this attack, and I have to get the 6-star. So I'm thinking, how do I get the Copter to level 3 ability? I'm going to move this cannon cart to basically take down the building, but I'm going to bounce it. I'm going to click it like back and forth so it doesn't actually take down the building until we get Copter to level 3. I let it get 1 hit, and then I bounce the cannon cart here, get the Copter to level 3, unbounce the cannon cart, and we take down the base with like 1 or 2 seconds remaining. This is the most optimal way I could have played it, because now we have the Copter to level 3 ability, and I'm not sure if I showed you guys this approach for the stage 2, so this one's also really, really powerful. Let me show you guys. I put the cannon cart over here. The purpose for this cannon cart is really just to remove like the healing hut in this army camp, to be honest. That's really all I need from it, because once I do that, I can put the Copter here and then baby dragon on this middle firecracker, save the ability for the multi-mortar, and splash these 2 firecrackers. If I didn't remove this army camp, the baby dragon would go to the army camp. In this case, it would go back to the firecracker, but then it wouldn't go to the multi-mortar. It would probably go to the crusher. It's kind of complicated. But the cannon cart, basically, at the end of the day, it just helps to funnel out that side of the base. And then later on, once the multi-mortar's gone, we can move it up to even take down this firecracker if needed. I do really need the Copter ability on this multi-mortar. That's why I waited till like the last second to make sure that we would get it. And yeah, we are going to crush the base. We just need to tank this firecracker with the baby drag. And I don't even think I used the last baby dragon. I might have. Oh no, I had to use it because there was a Tesla. But just like that, we have destroyed his base. I'm going to speed it up here. And this is how your boy got to rank number 1 in the world. And this is how you can get there too. If you really want to main baby dragons, if baby dragons is your main thing, you just have to play them well and anything is possible. Anyways, again, we are rank 1 in the world by just 2 trophies, so I really hope that you guys enjoyed. Maybe we'll even finish here at the end of the season. I have no idea, but thank you all for watching. I appreciate your time. Leave a like and subscribe on this video if you enjoyed. Peace out.